Things are not always what they seem, and when you are deeply attached to an outcome, it becomes increasingly difficult to see beyond your own biases. What Spirit was showing me was an optic lens, and I got the intuitive download that either an external point of view was necessary or some distance. Think, if you will, like of the Eight of Cups in tarot. Sometimes we just have to sleep on a major decision, take a break, take a vacation, let things marinate a little bit before we truly understand what's in front of us. Because when you're super attached to making something happen in a certain way, shape, or form, you might miss an opportunity that could actually elevate it beyond that expectation. If you need to get an external perspective, this is a great time to speak to a mentor, a friend, anybody that's objective, anybody that cares enough and you trust enough to tell you if something isn't a good idea. That being said, the criticism does need to come with a constructive angle. We don't just want someone opinionated. My name is Nicholas Ashbaugh. This reading is for Taurus, June 2026. You can use it for any aspect of your chart. So I'd like to go back to the idea that things might be happening beneath the surface. There's more than meets the eye. There could be more opportunities around you than you are willing or ready to see. There could be something in a relationship front that's basically offering itself to you. New friendship, new alliance, new love. And even in an existing relationship, your partner may want to tell you something. So this is a time to, if you don't see it or if you're not slowing down enough, to actually just ask people, how are you doing? What's going on? What do you think? Create some space to observe and to really drink in the input that wants to come through, because there's something that's kind of like right in front of you. Think of Four of Cups in tarot. There could be a hidden blessing or a hidden opportunity that will only present itself if you slow down long enough to tune in. And when it comes to health or finances, this is where I would actually get an external point of view, a lawyer, an investor, someone who understands a situation from a different perspective. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at the cards and see how you can gain these new perspectives and make sure that you're not missing anything. In the background, you'll see a beautiful Apollo resting. We're going to let him do just that. Let's shuffle the cards now and begin. All right, please take a moment, close your eyes. Imagine a circle of light around your body. Welcome in angels, spirit guides, and ascended masters. All right, we're going to look at these three first. After I talk about this, we'll get into the catalyst. First of all, when we're looking at your karmic energy, changes, my friends, changes, movement, sometimes to the point that you're being asked to step way outside of your comfort zone. And it's going to be okay. It's already happening. When a tower comes through reversed, for those of you that have watched me long enough, you know that I'm not really afraid of this. It's saying that you're getting the warning signals. You've already heard it. You've already felt it in your bones, because with the card, flash of lightning, sound of thunder, rumble, all three of those things are warnings. So you've gotten at least one or two of them. This might be a month where the third one's coming through. Heed the warning and make the change. That's the most important thing. You may be deciding to change where you're living, change your job, change something about your health, change something in your life trajectory. It's a change for the better. The tower comes through to kind of kick us, push us, shove us when we've waited too long. It's already been happening, and I feel like you're just tuning in today to say, Nicholas, is it okay? I'm going through this. Yes, it's okay. We're going to pull now the catalyst, because the way that I do this spread, I need to see what it is that's causing the challenge. Now I see it. Now let's look at the catalyst to understand why it's happening and how to deal with it. Okay. So we have a wonderful card coming through as your catalyst message. Pertho and its birth, prophecy, fate. You couldn't have changed this if you wanted to. Sometimes we sign up for an experience and it's a milestone, like we meet an adversary. We're set up so that something needs to fall away, and it hurts, it triggers us, it changes us, but it also helps us grow. And at the center of this, you see a beautiful butterfly. If you think of some of the most pivotal and difficult relationships in your life, sometimes they do just that. From this place where things have fallen apart, which is what the tower is about, release, reset, and rebirth, now we can imagine something new. You can pick up the pieces of the tower. It's not complete destruction. You could take all of those little bricks and build something new. And that's what this is about: building, birthing, and creating. And understanding that it was always fated to happen. A door had to be broken down, something had to change so that you could step into the new you. And the fate thing is coming through as a call to, like, the judgment card. Now you know what you don't like. Now you know what you stand for. Now you know what needs to be done. What are you going to do about it? That's the question. There's so much power and opportunity. By the way, I'm loving the dice at the top of this. And it's basically saying, I'm going to take a chance. And the role of the dice sometimes, you got to forgive yourself. If some of you just stepped through a situation where you took a chance and it didn't work out, it's okay. This time you're wiser. This time it's different. And I feel heartened by this card. It's exactly what I would want to see after the Tower. Something had to fall away. Someone had to fall away, sometimes a relationship, in order to make room for something better, okay? And you are now stepping into the whole reason that you probably came to the planet. This is a big month for you, Taurus. Now we have the Two of Cups. This is wonderful, and I love that it's connected to that fate message that we just talked about too. Friendship. We can see this card can represent platonic love, romantic love, whatever you want when it comes to that energy of the heart space. It's basically saying you can get it this month. This is the time to connect with others and focus on attracting new love and relationships, deepening existing ones, or getting out there and making a difference and helping other people. Yes, you can find love this month. And if you do, it could be the kind that could last. Yes, you could make a new friend and it could be a BFF. And in your existing relationships, you could level up, go to that next natural growth level. One thing that I'm looking at here is reciprocity, give and take. It should be evening out. And as you look at your core relationships this month, I love that I see a little turtle there. Take your time, drink it in, really enjoy what's present. And if you're trying to call in love, reiterate to the universe that not only are you ready and willing, but you're also deserving of anything that comes your way in that highest frequency. Love, abundance, and opportunity in the highest forms for your best good. Your highest good. You know what I meant. All right, let's take a look at what's coming through in the future. And it's a beautiful card, but it's also reminding you, never stop believing. Don't stop believing, like that song by Journey. The High Priestess comes through as basically an indication of your power and connection to Source. We have a little baby on this, multiple messages around birth and creation. But when she's reversed, she's not listening to herself as much as she could. So if you have an instinctive push to do something or not do something, follow that, right? Really listen to yourself. If you are starting to have a negative thought that's formulating in your mind, be careful because thoughts manifest. So when you think to yourself, this will never happen, I'm not this enough, I'm not that enough, I'm not deserving of X, Y, or Z, you are reinforcing old programs that don't serve you and also creating unnecessary blocks. Why build a block when you could build a bridge? I like that. That's poetic. So build a bridge instead. Lean into your power. Trust your instincts. Love yourself and love whatever it is that you're working on. That little baby can literally be a baby, but it can also be something creative that you want to birth and bring into the world. This is why you came to the planet. This is what it's all about. This is a powerful moment for you. Let's expand this and go a little bit deeper into health, wealth, love, and destiny to help you make the most of this moment in time. All right, so we need a little more space as I do this. Health, wealth, love, and destiny. All right, let's get started with health, which is your mind, body, and spirit. And for this, we actually have decent card, I will say. The 10 of Pentacles in the upright position can represent a new home. It can represent money that's finally coming through, so maybe an investment, an inheritance, something of that nature. It can also represent stability. And the reversal of this is saying that this is the goal, but it's maybe not yet the reality. And the reason is some of you are still on the heels of the Tower. There could have been something in your life that took away your feeling of safety. It could be a destruction of property, like literally the Tower can be a storm. It can be something that's stolen or taken. And then when that happens, it's like, can I rebuild this? So we're looking at security or insecurity first. And again, it could be any facet of your life, even though we're looking at health. Now, the Tower can also be an unexpected ailment or illness. I was shown the eye, the inside of the eye. So for those of you that might have a family history of diabetes or glaucoma or cataracts, get it checked out. Go to an ophthalmologist, not just an optometrist. You want to go to someone that studies the eye itself and understands like some of the underlying conditions. Because if you catch it soon enough, it may not be an issue. The Ten of Pentacles also is reminding you not to put too much pressure on yourself. You can't be the sole person worrying about everyone and everything. There are multiple people in the Ten of Pentacles always when it's drawn according to Rider-Waite-Smith. Usually you see an older person, a family, and their children. So it's a unit. It's a team. And if you're doing all of the work or carrying all of the burden, it's not going to be substantial. Not substantial. It is substantial. It's not sustainable over time. The other thing here is some of you might have outgrown a situation that you're in. A job, a living situation, something of that nature, and you need to allow yourself to move on. It's either move on, move up, or move out, something of that nature. And then when we're looking at finances in your life, again, it's all coming through with health. Don't put too much emphasis on the money, on the building, on the material stuff, especially for those of you that might have lost something. I recently had to go through loss of some furniture due to mold, and it is what it is. It's a material thing. You cut your losses, you really just focus on your health. That is the most important thing. Interestingly enough, a nice segue into wealth. But your health is your wealth. But with that being said, as we look at wealth, we have a card here that's showing that some of you are ready to either heal or release something. So the Three of Swords in wealth is saying the stress may not be worth it. The responsibilities may be too much, and these two are related. So maybe some of you want more time with your friends, your family, your loved ones, and you're thinking to yourself, I need to make the changes to allow that to happen. This could also just be stress around, do I have enough? Do I have enough time? Do I have enough money? Am I going to be okay? Am I happy enough? So breathe for a moment. It's okay to be a little bit in discord with this because for some of you, it's time to move on. And you needed to feel that final straw. I know I've been through things in my life where there's a point where a window may open up, a door of opportunity, but you're not ready until you kind of get to the point where you're like, oh my God, I can't do this any longer. So if you are at that point, it's okay. Change things up so that you are satisfied, so that you are happy and fulfilled. And it isn't just about the dollars in the bank or the euros in the bank or whatever the currency is. It's about the time that you have to spend doing what you want to do, the time that you can spend with people that you love, the energy to basically enjoy all of this. And if you are constantly working 24/7, it may not be there, okay? This is also a chance for you to focus on mental health. So there's more than just making other people happy. You deserve to be happy. And if your job is taking you away from that, or if your connection to money or how you're investing your time and energy is taking you away from that, it's time to focus on something else. And the good news this month as we're looking at this is there's a lot of people around you that want to help you, and you can create something new. If you don't like what existed before or exists right now, create something different, create something better, create something new, okay? And imagination is your best friend this month with the High Priestess, all right? Let's go ahead and take a look at love and relationships. We're going to talk a little bit about the Queen of Swords. She's all about accountability, walking the walk, talking the talk, and the only thing that could get you in trouble this month is if the two do not match. If you say you stand for one thing but do something else, people will hold you to it and say, wait a second. What is going to be sort of celebrated and embraced this month is your ability to inspire people with your actions and words. Know that a simple thank you or I love you can make someone's day. A compliment that is heartfelt can make the difference sometimes for somebody. And when it comes to partnerships this month, together you're stronger. And by the way, this bleeds into work. So if you're unhappy, maybe you could do something on your own. Maybe you could do something with someone else. Talk to someone. Options start to open up when it comes to that communication and that partnership. So existing relationships can go to the next level. And when you look at something like this trifecta, it's not bad. This is a major change, but it could be a change that deepens or surprises you for the better and surpasses your expectations. It's important when you're looking at new, old, and existing relationships to really put the best foot forward and open yourself up that like something could be better than you anticipated. And that's really, really important with this. For those of you that are looking for love, there could be an air sign coming through, so an Aquarius, a Gemini, or a Libra. But communication and actions are being held front and center, so make sure that you are accountable. Now let's take a look at your destiny card. We have the Page of Wands. He's tuning in. He's listening to his inspiration, his source, his imagination, and maybe paying attention to what other people are saying as well. But when I look at the Page of Wands, it's not just what's being said. You can get inspired by reading a book, listening to a podcast, watching a movie, art and activities in your life that really kind of bring you that sense of connection to source are really key. Sorry about the background noise. This is also about tuning out distractions just like that and saying, you know what, I don't need to pay any more time, mind, or attention on, sort of worrying about that. I'm going to focus my energy on this. It's also taking an idea to the next level. You are sometimes the best champion. So if you have the idea, show it. So the way that a page communicates is by showing, not telling. So illustrating, demonstrating, pointing to a real life example, or just doing it and then saying, hey, what do you think? Sometimes that's a better and more effective way to get something done than talking it to death, right? All right, now let's take a look at one final question that you may have this month. It can be anything that I've yet to talk about. Go ahead and ask Spirit. I'll give the cards a shuffle and we'll see what's coming through. Okay, we got a volunteer here, and it's one of the best cards, the Hermit. So for a yes or no, this is an emphatic yes. But it's reminding you this month that it's important to come out of your shell. Show people your wisdom, your insights. Step into the power. Look at the bottom there. There's a couple of keys. There's more than one way to get things done. It's also interesting that right there, he has all the keys there. You could reclaim something. There might be someone who drops the ball, drops the key, and you are in the right place at the right time, and people are like, why haven't we thought of you or looked at you here? So pay attention to details. Be willing and ready potentially to step into a situation that someone else couldn't handle, but you can. And this could be in work, for instance, or some other opportunity. I feel like it's right there. Someone else isn't looking at it the way you are, but your perspective and your attention to detail can make the difference. Don't rush. The Hierophant has that, the hourglass there, but time isn't the most important thing. Take your time, be diligent, pay attention to not dropping the ball or dropping the key in this situation, and that will be rewarded. The Hermit also is showing me that for some of you, there's just a desire to protect yourself. So having good boundaries is key, but the Hermit still has to eventually step forward and share that insight. So when the moment's right, you can make this happen. Ultimately, I see change for the better, amplification and clarification in relationships, a need or desire to move beyond an existing job or activity, and do something where you're feeling better rewarded, you have a little more time, a little more voice, a little more vision. And this is true in all aspects of your life, okay? Remember, you're exactly where you need to be in this moment in time. All you have to do is lean into it. I hope you enjoyed the new format. I certainly did. If you did, do me a favor, hit the like and subscribe. You can also go to my website to find out more ways to connect with me, including my newsletter, which is 100% free. You can join me on social media for announcements so you don't miss out on anything. You can also give back through PayPal if you'd like, or if you want a deeper reading, you can schedule one with me through my website. Right here on YouTube, you can also show some love by leaving a sticker with your comment, and that allows me to continue to do videos just like this. And one last view of Apollo. He's still sleeping, so we're going to let him do just that. Thank you guys so much for being the absolute best part of what I do here on YouTube. Wishing you love, happiness, and abundance in the month ahead. Take care, and thanks again.